This is episode 2 of the X Factor Wrestling Show. It seems that there's been a little bit of heat on me for giving Jeff Hardy a bit of a rough time. Let me first say I have nothing against Jeff Hardy. I think he's great. I think I take that back. I don't think he's great. I think he's good at what he does, and I think he's where he needs to be on the card. I think he's a solid Intercontinental Champion. I think he could probably elevate himself to the match just before the main event. He will never, ever, ever be the WWE Champion or the World Heavyweight Champion. He could maybe pull off a run as the ECW Champion, but I wouldn't count on it. The problem with Jeff Hardy is this. And again, let me reiterate, I like Jeff Hardy as a mid-card Intercontinental Champion. I like him right where he is right now. He puts on solid matches lately if he has the proper opponent, and that's where he needs to be. And here's my problem though. This is why he will never be in the main event. And by the way, a tag match on Raw does not count as a main event. I'm talking main event, consistently headlining pay-per-views, him being the top draw. He'll never be that, ever, because he's competing with John Cena, he's competing with Triple H, he's competing with Randy Orton, soon he'll be competing with Chris Jericho, Batista, Undertaker. You can't put him on the same level as these guys. And I mean, look at Matt Hardy, for example. When he became V1, everyone said, oh, he's going to be the next big thing, Matt Hardy. And then Edge and Lita had their affair, and he became a martyr, and everyone wanted Matt Hardy back. Well, Matt Hardy came back with all the heat in the world. All the heat in the world. He had the fans behind him. He was a cult hero. He could have exploded. What happened? He had no mic skills. People got tired of him. He got buried by Edge because Edge had the heat, not him. It had nothing to... Matt Hardy was what helped Edge get over, absolutely. But no one cared about Matt Hardy after a while. Absolutely nobody. So what happens? He gets shipped off to SmackDown. Maybe he had an opportunity to be big on SmackDown. What happened? He's stuck in the mid-card now, feuding for the U.S. title. Fair enough. I mean, that's where he belongs. Maybe someday he'll rise above that. He may be in a few spot main events where they have no one else to go to, and it's a transition pay-per-view or whatever. Maybe. I doubt it. I doubt it. And Jeff Hardy, same thing. He'll be stuck in the mid-card for the rest of his career. The only reason right now he's getting any recognition in the main event scene right now is because they have absolutely nobody else. Who else are they going to put in the main event at Cyber Sunday? They got Shawn Michaels, Kennedy, Umaga, and Triple H are both occupied with each other. There's no one else on Raw you can put in there. Maybe Carlito, I don't think so. But there's absolutely nobody else. What should be happening is there should be a set main event of Orton against either HBK or Kennedy, with the fans choosing the stipulation. And then it should be Jeff Hardy defending the IC title. And the thing with the other thing about Jeff Hardy, you look at his ring psychology, and while it's improved this past year, or since he's come back to the WWE, anytime before that, the guy was a spot monkey, and he still is, really. I mean, the guy will jump off the tallest ladder he can find just to get a reaction. And that's not a main eventer. That's, to be a good wrestler, you need to have good psychology. And it's as simple as that. Look at Bret Hart, look at Shawn Michaels, look at Triple H, look at Randy Savage, and to a lesser extent, look at Ric Flair. These guys were all very, very good at psychology. Now today, who have you got? You've got Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Undertaker, who are probably at the top as far as psychology goes, and I may be forgetting someone, but that's just because I'm on the spot here. I would put Umaga up there as well, and you can say what you will about Umaga. He's one of the best at psychology if you look past the gimmick. He does all the little things in the ring, and just really pay attention to what he does. He never, everything he does makes sense. If he's working your leg over, he's not throwing you into the ropes because you're supposed to be selling your leg. He does little things like that. And so pay attention to Umaga and what he does. And then watch Jeff Hardy. I mean, the only good matches Jeff Hardy has had in recent memory was with Umaga and was with John Morrison, or Johnny Nitro at the time. And the reason John Morrison or Johnny Nitro and he had good matches is because they have similar styles. I mean, they're both high flying. And Morrison mixes in the technical. He's sort of like a Shawn Michaels-ish kind of wrestler. But Jeff Hardy, what's his only offensive moves? Not that these even matter, but he does his swanton, his twist of fate, and after that, he just dives all over the place. And that's fine. But when you're having your leg worked over, or you're supposed to be selling a back injury, and you're flipping off the top rope, there's no psychology in that, and it's tough for fans to sympathize with him. The main demographic that cheer for Jeff Hardy are the same demographic that cheer for John Cena. Okay? It's the women and the children. The men, do you hear when Jeff Hardy comes out, you hear women screaming. That's it. Okay, he's got the whole rock concert thing going. Fair enough. He's over enough to be the Intercontinental Champion. And yeah, he should be the IC champ, but he will never, ever, ever be anything more than the IC champion or the US champion, or he will never hold anything more than a secondary title. He was an excellent tag team wrestler, but as a singles wrestler, he's just not going to cut it. And I'm sorry, that's the truth. Now, I did want to cover another topic, that being Chris Jericho's return. I really don't know how long this has gone. I don't have a little timer here, but I'm going to cut this off and we'll talk about Chris Jericho's return next. There's a big power struggle going on between Vince McMahon and the USA Network over whether or not Jericho should return at Cyber Sunday or Monday Night Raw, and I'm going to talk about that in the next episode. For now, leave your comments about Jeff Hardy. I'm sure I'm going to get flamed about it, but, that's the truth, and if he was going to be a main eventer, he would be already. So, tune in next time. I'm going to talk about Chris Jericho and whatever else may come up. So send me your questions, comments, and I'll address them next time. Thanks for watching.